Hello, this is a pretty exciting game played on Foxxy where white won by resignation, but actually black was favored to win the game most of the time, especially after killing the center dragon. But soon after, black died in the top right corner, so white came back in the lead and there was not much to do. So let's check it out from the beginning. First of all, we have an interesting opening with Komoku followed by a Sansan. So obviously black is going for a territorial approach in this opening. Now black plays a low Kakari, which is also very common. In this position actually it's absolutely fine to play a Shimari in the top right corner, but the percentage is pretty much the same. Attacking or defending is just a matter of style. And in general it's good to prevent this corner enclosure, so white has to do something here. Either defend e4 or play a pincer like it happened in the actual game, a low and tight pincer. Now black has several options in this case. The game move, it's a one space jump, absolutely fine. Here black can consider e4, put pressure, and when this happens, white usually will push and cut. Now, when we have this kind of situation, black just Atari and goes for hanging connection, which is a very strong position. White will capture a stone by playing Kosumi like this or Keima. I noticed that nowadays Kosumi it's more trendy, but in the old Joseki books, this Keima was the way to end up the Joseki, and black finishes on the left side. So it's a trade. Black is actually giving up e4 stone to capture the stone and settle the position on the left side. This is a pretty basic Joseki. Now, if white doesn't push and cut and simply goes Nobi and pushes again or jumps right away, black can keep pushing several times to become strong, set up a wall. If white step up, black will Hane. If white Nobi, black will just pincer. Now the idea here is to set up a wall and then counter pincer white's original pincer at c7. If white pushes again and jumps, now black can go for a pincer right away. So that's another idea. Set up the wall and then pincer. Well, this can happen also after the one space jump in the actual game. So black push once and then switch to put pressure here with a shoulder hit, but black can push a couple of times, at least one more time, but the second time it's fine too. Because if white allows the Hane and double Hane, that feels good. But already after pushing once here, black can already pincer on the left side. So again, black is giving some territory on the bottom side, but goes for the thickness and the moya on the left side. So that's the general idea. When you're setting up a wall, you want to counter pincer. You don't want to let your opponent set up a base. Now, black of course can play the shoulder hit right away, and there are several variations here. Usually white can play a Kosumitsuki at c4 to focus on the corner and see whether black will block again and allow the connection underneath, or black will simply descend or Hane. Usually on this exchange, black will go down. Then white can push, turn, push along, and jump. And in this variation, black has to come back and protect at e6, otherwise these cuts can be a problem around d6. And here, white defends again at j3 or a one space jump at h4. This prevents the approach at h3, so it's quite proper for white to play another move at j3. Black can go for a Keima, which will force white an answer on the left side. If white ignores this, black is happy to play a kick and surround the group on the left side to put a lot of pressure. So white usually double up or plays a one space jump to connect to the corner. Therefore, black has some outside thickness, and now black can simply play a Shimari in the top right. So this is a basic Joseki where you put pressure at d8, set up a wall while white fix the bottom area and the left side and grab some territory. Normally this is considered slightly better for white because white is taking secure territory, but black has the outside thickness that can turn into a lot of territory later in the game if black managed to use the wall pretty well. So back to the original game. Another way for black here is to play a counter pincer at h4. Now this Joseki, it's a really old-fashioned one. We don't get to see it so often nowadays. Probably it's one of those vintage Josekis, very popular in the 80s or even earlier. And the pace of the Joseki is quite nice. I mean, most of the moves are forced, so black gets to fix the group on the left side, white secures the corner and makes a base on the left, but black is sent again. So this group on the left is very resilient, it's hard for white to attack it. If white plays a move, for example like this, to try to surround the group, black will simply push a couple of times, then Hane, Atari, another Hane, and a tiger mouth to keep eye shape. So there's always easy to fix the group with an eye in the middle and an eye on the side. So that would be an old school Joseki. And one of my favorites ways to continue when white plays this c7 pincer is to play an approach move, a double kakari at g3 for example. White covers to prevent the jump or the keima, then black extends for a base at k4. Otherwise, if k3 it feels flat because of the Sansan being at r3, everything is on the third line. So black will step up to the fourth line, and then white needs another move in the corner at c4. Sometimes c6, but the shape is better with c4. And the reason why it needs c4 is that if white plays away, let's say this move and extends for a base here, black can later leave in the corner, and this makes white's wall completely meaningless because white has got a wall here facing the two black stones on the bottom. So black can consider this kind of combination to discard the stone on the left side, develop the bottom moyo, and then get another big point somewhere else. So now when we go back to this, the common options for black are the e4 keima to put pressure or go for a trade, the one space jump at e5, which happened in the game, and a counter attack at g3 or g4. Well, the idea is pretty much the same, playing high or low. So if we have g4, white attaches, black extends k4, and white needs to go back at c4, and then black can just play away. So this way, black sacrifices c5 in order to set up a moy on the bottom. That's something to remember from this particular Fuseki. So black has a one space jump, then push once, but not twice, and it's okay to push one more time, because when white extends on the left side at c10 to make a base, for black it's really nice to play h4 and then double hane. This is a variation where white feels over concentrated on the bottom, and if something like this happens, white will fix the corner in gote, black has a lot of thickness on the outside, and now simply grab a big point like this, or approach the top left corner, or make a shipari in the top right. So usually when black pushes along at g5, white will step ahead. White is not going to allow the han and double hane to be locked in the corner. So pressure here, and instead of playing d7, black should hane, atari, and then block c8, because that's the direction for white to go out. Or even better, black can go c10 for example, and when white captures a stone here, the other stone it's surrounded. So if something like this happens, black can go nobi and then cover and kill everything, or block right away. So playing a move like this feels very soft for black. White pulls back. Yeah, white can just hane, and if black plays nobi, leave it like this. So in the end, white got a very nice corner, and black's influence doesn't seem so scary in this particular case, and now white is sente. So black turns, white defends, connects that stone. This is not even necessary. White can play c14 for example. This way will ruin black's potential or prevent an approach on that side, or attack the top right corner. Approaching high, it's a little bit questionable. It's still okay to approach low, c14, when white defends, black can slide and then extend back at d12, because d12 it's excellent distance from the d8 stones, it's 3 spaces away. Well, this move wants a moy on the left side, but white can play f16 or f17, then black needs to attach in the corner, pull back, descend, and another extension here, which seems a little bit over concentrated. So black doesn't gain so much by playing at d14. In general, the third line approach is more common, but okay, it's not necessarily that terrible, because when black defends like this, the distance is good. It's just that white still grabs a pretty big corner in the top left. So now black is center. K3 may seem big, but it's still larger to play P17 or O17. And later focus on the bottom side. If white plays K3, it's not such a big deal because black can extend on the right side at Q10. So K3 prevents white developing more on the bottom, but yeah, white can attack this corner and also the top right. Actually, for white, it's interesting to approach here always quite early and then put pressure on the sun. So black defends. Here it's more interesting for black to push this way first, even 2 times, and now Keima at P2. If white plays something like this, black will push through, and if white turns, in this case, black can take away the extension at R10. And if white jumps in the middle, you can play this exchange once, and then make a Shimari in the top right. Now here, black can also play O2. If white goes down, black can take away the extension around here, or even R8. So push along. Yeah, connect the bottom. When white goes here, black should descend. It's super big. Or push this way. The problem is, when black takes away the extension from the side, white can push here first, then Han in the corner. And this is very hard to block because there are too many cutting points. So black should play something like Q2, then white can cover, and white is already safe. This wall is very difficult to attack, and he can play away again. Now, if black blocks here, then white can cut on the outside. If black captures the stone, which is complete bait, white will Atari and catch the corner. Therefore, black needs to connect this way. Now, when white comes out, even if the ladder doesn't work, white can play Atari, Atari, and oh, sorry. Just one more Atari here, and then connect. Now, black has to secure the corner, so black will capture this stone. If black tries to surround the wall, white can connect in center and jump on the side. And it's a bit troublesome, because this K3 is weak too. So when this happens, K3 is in danger. If black comes out, white goes between the groups. So that's why for black it's pretty important, and it's a key point to go down at S3. White makes an interesting pincer here, and it's not even necessary. I mean, taking the fight on the bottom, it's more interesting. And actually, there's a ladder related combination here with M3. So the ladder will go like this, which means, yeah, white can play a move here first. This is threatening to invade the left side like this. So many times on this kind of move, black will just protect. And now push, Hane, then cut and set up the ladder, which will go in the direction of the ladder breaker. So that's even better for white. Now let's see, we have a pincer. This can be a problem. So white should still push once, Hane, cut, and consider the Kosumi hanging connection, because if black plays something like this, white can Hane in the corner. When black connects, white can come out and black has to leave, which is painful. Then separate like this. Now if black goes Atari here to keep the corner safe, white comes under and rescue his stones by taking away the base. Actually, something like this is going to happen soon. So just Keima, black counter pincers. On this Keima, black can play Hane, white will block, black connects, and now Q6 is the vital point because it's the eye stealing Tesuji. So white needs to play a bomb, for example, and black will pull back. And this way, white shape it's still in trouble. White needs to run because there are no eyes on the side. So when black plays here, white has time to fix the right side. This is good. Then Nobi. Now, it's nice for black not to connect solid here, but to find a way to defend indirectly. But the better move would be a one-space jump. Because if white pushes like this and cuts, black can consider sacrifice. So white really invested a lot in this area to capture 2 stones, then separate. and this stone on the side is still in trouble. Playing this Kosumi puts some pressure on Q12, but the shape is a bit different. Actually, white can just play a one space jump, or that one to separate. That's good too. This peep can wait. We never know, because at some point black might block here, white will go out to save this group, then black can use Tsuke, descend, and connect underneath. So playing the peep can be also an Ajikeshi. Now black is still more weaker on the right side, and it's interesting to keep the group separated, but here black can play a one space jump to fix the shape. And if white connects underneath like this, then just go for a large point such as L17, for example. These fights pretty much come to an end. So that Keima, it's trying to build a lot in the top right and put pressure on the 3 stones, but once white goes out, the group in the middle is in trouble. So peep again. On this peep, white could play here and defend with a bamboo connection, and now it really feels strange to have N14 and N11 trying to separate the bamboo, which is already impossible to cut. So makes a little bit of a nonsense to try to cut the bamboo connection like that. So separate, that's good. Try to connect under. Of course, white doesn't allow that, that's fine. This fight starts to look promising for black. But here, just jump out. Because anyway, white will push in center like this. So jump towards the left. And yeah, good idea. So let's see if the shape is better by playing Atari, Hane, what? Yeah, Hane here, it's an option actually. If white goes Atari, you can just connect. When white pushes like this, you push through. If white blocks, Atari, connect, Atari again, go out, push one more time, go out again, then catch the 3 stones. So this way, white stones in the middle are still on the run, and the other groups are in trouble too. So black is already connected. Now here, normally, you play Atari from behind. When white captures, you play a double up. If white connects, then you play a bamboo. And if white pushes through and cuts, you have this Atari. So when white goes out here, you can always catch this stone, but it's still interesting to fight for the other guys. So it's very difficult for white to actually separate here. Atari connect, that's fine. Okay. This looks good. And cut. So now black is building a huge center. And this should be very promising for black at this stage. It's more interesting for black to play this move. If white cuts, you can play Atari first, then come out, Atari again, Atari like this, and connect. Everything is surrounded in the center. But yeah, this solid connection seems okay too. And it also works to play this one. So when white tries the wedge, you have Atari and cover. White will eventually try some cut around K14. But for now, this is all good for black. Black can play Kosumi and block. Seems safe. And here, before trying a connection, you can Atari first and then defend on the right. But now this gives white some eye shape. So far, no eyes, but white managed to separate. Okay, white could make some eyes here, but still not. So it seems white is going for a semi-eye, but it's a bit unreasonable. Good to push once. And then start taking away liberties in the center from this Atari and push. And then take away these liberties. So white has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and no eyes. And this is common. So now there are only 6. When white plays here, you connect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one you Atari and oh, you can even connect here. There are 3 more liberties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, black can just play away. Block this way, or yeah, the group is dead in the middle, and this should be an easy win. Normally, white is supposed to resign at this stage. So, semi, it's starting. Lots of cuts in this area. Okay, proper. Oh no, there's a better way here. You should play Atari and push along. If white Atari here, you connect. When white comes out, you keep pushing a couple of times, because eventually white has to come back and catch this stone. Now when white goes down here, you just Atari and push him down, and that's it. It was a little bit too submissive to connect right away. Besides, black can play Atari here, then try to go for a squeeze play, then jump like this, give up the stone, and now Atari and push along, then protect. So this way, black will never lose the top right corner, which actually cost black the game. So this connection, to be safe, then Atari, defend, that's still okay. Now here, black can use p17. So if white cuts, black will cut also. If Atari, counter Atari, when white plays this way, you go down, and white needs to come back and protect here. If white captures the stone, then you have a double Atari. And of course, white will save the stone here, and we fight the ko in the top. But this ko can be played, because there are not too many liberties in the center for white anyway. So this felt like black wants to live in the top right, separately from the middle, which is also good. But instead of this move, should play here, threatening the connection underneath. Then when white goes down, you play another move in the corner. White still needs to come back and protect against the cuts. Maybe something like this. So sacrifice a couple of stones in the center, and then just stay alive in the corner. And it's still an easy win. That dragon in the center should be enough. So black goes down. Now the semi. Actually here, black should block once, because it's threatening to make I shape. So white will go up. Then let's see the count on liberties. Take a liberty here. If white plays this one, Atari and connect. So white has 1, 2, 3. Black has plenty. Yeah, like this, black is not going to lose the top right corner either. Yeah, it's alive already. You can play away. So, back to the original game. Now, black wins the semi in the center. That's good. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. So dangerous. Yeah, that was a common liberty. Good. Actually, black can go down once. And when white defends here, I mean, takes away a liberty from the outside, now capture, and then take another liberty. So this way, black damages a few more points in the top. So capture like this, then cover, okay, all good. And here black blocks, that's fine. Turn is good too. Oh, this move is threatening to kill the right side, which is good. Fine. But black can actually play Atari and pull back. And now white has only one eye. So this can be a problem for white. White has to rely on a co-fight to save the group on the side. But let's go back a few moves. So let's say black doesn't connect here and just turns to expand the eye space in the corner. And now white captures this guy. Black pushes again. So that stone will die inside, and white is just giving more territory in the corner. I mean, black leaves with a lot of points. So we have this kind of follow-up. Yeah, black blocks and now it's fine. White has to capture the 2 stones to leave. And black should play the empty triangle here. If white goes down, black plays this one. If white plays here, threatening the connection under, you can take away the liberty and if white goes down, just Atari. So this creates eye shape. Now on this move, Hane in the corner. When Hane, you just Hane. So there is no way for white to play here because he'll put himself in Atari. Then those are two eyes. And if white goes down, you go down also. If white tries to start a co-fight, just Atari and Atari from behind, and there's nothing to be worried about. So this group could leave. But now, if black plays here, white will go this way, and at the end, black needs to play this move, and after all the neutral points are played, black needs to play this move, and eventually white will kill everything. And this is the same thing, white can connect under and there are no more eyes. So this was a donation of pretty much a quarter of the board, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 26 plus the surrounding. It's about 40 points that black lost in that corner absolutely for free, and that's how white managed to come back and win this game after losing the dragon in the middle. That's a pity, but that happens sometimes. And this move actually is super dangerous because white can cut here, push, and kill some more stones. Now this group is dying too. So if we go back a few moves, the right move for black is to connect at h2. And when white plays here or here, it works to block and nothing happens. Everything is connected. But it doesn't matter anymore. Losing the top right was just too expensive. So white missed an opportunity. Cut like this. If black captures a stone, Atari, and take the corner, then black will connect under. If black connects here, push. If black plays here, Atari. If black connects this way, just push along and Atari from behind. Or Hane like this and it's the same thing. Snap back. But now it's pretty much game over. Anyway, good to remember these tactics. And here, black should actually play n1 and on the Hane go down. Playing this move, white has a Tesuji at m1. Black needs to connect, white connects under. And if black cuts, white can cut. And now the only option for black is to start a ko, which can kill the entire corner. Oh, white found that move. So nothing to do. Quite impressive. In general, when you kill a very large group like this in the middle, you win the game right away. But here, somehow, it turned around. Enjoy the review and pay more attention next time after killing such dragons.